Hey, beautiful souls. I'm Sarah, your soul oracle, deconditioning coach, and mirror here at Soul Heart Intuitive Coaching. And this is your energy update for the week of February 8th to the 14th. So this week, something sacred is stirring, but it's not loud. It's not chaotic. It's not demanding your attention. It's subtle. It's quiet, resonant, and rooted. The kind of shift that doesn't crash in, it whispers from the inside out. And if you slow down enough to feel it, it's going to be there. The energy in the sky isn't here to push you forward, it's here to call you inward, to invite you to stop performing and start listening, not to the noise around you, but to your own inner knowing. Because wisdom is rising, but it won't land in chaos, it needs stillness. So, transits for this week. On February 8th, Venus is going to square Uranus. Big revelations may arise, especially around your relationships, your creativity, and your values. Something unexpected wants to be expressed, so let your vision expand, but do it with clarity and not chaos. On February 10th, Venus is going to enter the sign of Pisces. Softness is going to return. Your heart will start to open. This is a time for dreaming, for romanticism, and for beauty. But remember, Pisces can blur the lines. So let yourself feel the sweetness, but keep your feet on the ground. On February 11th, the sun will sextile Chiron. A healing light is going to shine through. The people around you, your community, your soul family are showing you where you've already grown and where you're still learning to soften. So make sure you celebrate both. On February 13th, the Saturn is going to enter the sign of Aries. This is a turning point. A new cycle is going to begin, one that asks you to lead with both courage and responsibility. Discipline is no longer a weight, it's a tool for your vision. You're building something real now. And yes, it will take effort, but it will also be worth it. This week isn't about rushing ahead, it's about rooting into what's real. So ask yourself, what truth have I been holding back? What vision have I been too afraid to name out loud? And what part of me is ready to lead? Not perfectly, but authentically. You don't need to prove anything. You just need to show up, present, open, and be grounded. Because the real shift, it's not out there. It's in here, in your heart. It's not asking for perfection. It's asking for honesty, presence, and trust in your becoming. So take a breath. You're not behind. You're right on time. And everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Remember, you're not leaving the path. You are the path. So, overall energy for this week for 3 cards, we've got Sagittarius, I see, 11th house friends, and Neptune, sacrifice. These really kind of encompass the energy of this week, but not in the way that you might necessarily think. You're going to see things and become clear on things that you might not have been willing to see otherwise. And it's mainly going to happen in your place of community, that place of friends that you've developed. You're going to have to make some sacrifices in terms of the way that you see things. You're going to have to make some changes, some shifts, so that you can start to reach in and tap into that new cycle that's wanting to come through. Remember, those new cycles, they can be hard because something is ending, but something really important is there in the depths if you allow yourself to explore it and you allow yourself to see what possibilities are out there. Open up your mind and see what comes through. So I've pulled cards for each zodiac sign. The messages, they're layered. Pay attention to your sun and rising sign as that's where the gold lives and your future self is whispering to you through the veil. So let's tune in. Remember, it's not a matter of controlling the outcome, but to mirror back what your soul already knows is ready to shift. Let this be your pause, your anchor, and your reminder that this energy isn't here to break you. It's here to recalibrate you. So, Aries, your card this week is ruminate. This is a time for you to think. Now, yes, we're entering a new chapter and it's going to be in your sign, but this is a time for you to pause and to think back over the cycle that you've been in. We've been at a period of endings for you, and we're headed into that period of beginnings. Don't just rush into making shifts and changes because, aha, the energy is here and the energy is with me. You really need to think, what has that energy taught me? What changes and shifts do I want to make? What direction do I want to head in? Once you have thought about it and you have made some decisions and received clarity regarding what it is that you want, then you can kind of rush in and you can make the decisions that you want. But first, you need to ruminate and you need to think about where it is that you've been and where it is that you want to go. Taurus, your card this week is self love. One of the most important things that we as humans can do is to love ourselves. Do you love yourself enough to put yourself first? Do you love yourself enough to look in the mirror and say that you love yourself? Loving yourself is one of the most important things that you will ever do in this journey. And life is a journey, whether you like to think of it that way or not. Self love is so important, and it is something that most of us don't take the time to do. We often think, oh, so and so loves me. That's enough. That's not enough. You need to love you. So put yourself and make yourself a priority this week. Do whatever you need to do so that you can learn to love yourself. Gemini, your card this week is release. It's time for you to let stuff go, let things go. And this may mean that you need to let people go. Release points are important because they are potentially stopping you from reaching and becoming the person that you're meant to be. You need to let things go in order for new things to come in. You can't just hold on to the same old, and expect for things to change. So, Gemini, you need to release, let things go, what is no longer serving you. And you may be surprised by some of the things that start to come into your mind. But remember to let it go. Cancer, your card this week is sincere relationships. So, relationships can operate on different platforms. One is that sincere, that compassion, that empathetic exchange that people can have. The other is just kind of either relationships, if you want to call them that, or they're acquaintances, they're just people who are around you. Where do you have a real connection with somebody? That is the area where you want to focus your attention. That is the area that those are the people that you want to keep. The other people, it's time for you to let them go. They're not serving your purpose. They're not serving what they need to be doing for your life. Let go of the need to convince them, to change them, to shift the focus into what it is that you want. Focus on the relationships that are real and focus on the relationships that are sincere this week. That is the direction that you're headed in. Leo, your card is answers within. You're searching outside for the answers that you need, but you already have them within inside you. You just need to tap into yourself and say, "Oh, I have those answers. I know that." And it may not be that obvious of, "Aha, I have it. I can do this." It may just be kind of an inkling that all of a sudden one day you're like, "Oh, I already know that." Answers can come to us in different ways. It's however our intuition works. So pay attention to how answers typically present themselves to you. But you already have all of the information that you need inside of you. Don't be afraid of what it has to tell you. Virgo, your card this week is receive healing. So Virgo, you need to do some work this week. Some healing work to be specific. Healing can come from any number of different areas. However, it's most likely that the healing that you need to do this side, you're going to need some assistance on. You're going to need some help from other people. Those other people are going to lead you in directions, but you have to be willing to accept it and to understand that they can offer you potentially what you can't offer yourself. So take the healing that other people are willing to give you this week. Reach out, ask for help. Asking for help isn't a bad thing. Sometimes it's a necessary part of our journey, and it's a necessary part of your journey this week. So reach out and ask for help this week and get some healing while you're at it. Libra, your card this week is flow. Where is the energy taking you? That is the place that you need to pay attention. Wherever the energy is taking you is the place that you're meant to go. Don't just worry about, oh, somebody else's feelings might get hurt. This isn't necessarily what I thought it would be. How can I get the best of both worlds? Don't worry about any of that stuff. Go in the direction that the energy wants you to go, as that is what the universe has in mind for you right now. So go with the flow and don't worry about the rest. Scorpio, your card this week is modify. It's important that you take some time and make some modifications for what it is that's happening in your life right now. This is a time for you to make some changes, and the energy is with you in terms of making those changes. Make modifications in terms of anything that isn't serving your highest and best good, what isn't serving your purpose. Those are the areas that you need to focus on, that you need to start to shift. Most likely, you already have an idea of what those areas are, so allow them to unfold as they are going to. but it's important that you make modifications and you make changes, even if you don't want to. Sagittarius, your card this week is Get Clear. It's interesting that we had the Sagittarius card icy and the Get Clear for Sagittarius. So that tells you that this is a point of clarity. You are going to receive clarity and you are going to see something that you probably hadn't seen before. It's okay that you hadn't seen it before. It wasn't meant for you to be seen yet. Sometimes things come in waves and they come in shifts and they come in changes. This is a time, though, for you to really see what is going on and pay attention to what it is that is really going on, because there is something important in what it is that you're seeing. So pay attention to what it is that you're seeing and make sure that you get clear before you make decisions in regards to that area. Capricorn, your card this week is sensitivity. Have a little bit of sensitivity for yourself and for the people around you, the choice points that you're in. Sensitivity is something that not many of us, especially right now, seem to be known for. But be sensitive to what is going on. Now, being sensitive doesn't mean that you can get walked all over by somebody else. It's not what I mean at all. But be sensitive to what other people's needs are. But don't let other people's sensitivity change and shift you from the tasks that you know are important. Put energetic boundaries up around you if you need to so that you can accomplish this task. But sensitivity is really important for you right now. Pay attention to where it is that you need to be sensitive to. Now, this could also be sensitive to the energy that's going on around you. Feel it. Let it sink into your bones and truly understand it for what it is. Sensitivity can come in any number of different forms, but it's the key for you as this week unfolds. Aquarius, your card this week is hidden blessings. Something is not on the surface that you're looking for. You want something, but it's hidden below. You can't see it yet. And oftentimes that's how life is. Something in our lives will happen and you can't see it for what it truly is. You can't see the blessing that's there because the emotion and the pain might just be too real. That doesn't mean that there isn't a blessing that's there. The blessing will be revealed to you over time. And that's what you're looking for right now. Something difficult may be going on in your life right now, but there is a blessing there. But you have to let the difficulty unfold as it will so that you can see the blessing. So be on the lookout for whatever it is that's hidden in the blessing this week. And Pisces, your card this week is triggers. Pay attention to those triggers. Now, Saturn is going to move into the sign of Aries on the 13th. There's still a week, almost a week leading up to this point because the 13th is Friday. There's almost a week of you still dealing with Pisces, dealing with that 29th degree. It's an end point. Something is shifting, something is changing. And as a result of that, and especially all of this happening in your sign, you're being triggered in some way. All of us are being triggered in some way. We're being forced to make changes. But for you, these triggers are more upfront. They're more present for you right now. You can see them for what they are. You can see them as being triggers. So utilize the information that you learn from those triggers. And then you can point that as to your beginning for what you want to heal. So remember, you're not lost. You're between stories. So let the messages find a place in your body, even if they don't make sense yet, because sometimes the most powerful knowing comes in the quiet after the card is pulled. Let the messages you received anchor your next step, even if you can't see the full map yet. Our sun and rising sign are codes that are layers, so let them sit, let them settle. And if you're craving deeper cosmic guidance and spiritual anchoring, come join me inside the Soul Keys Temple. It's my signature monthly membership. It's where soul meets structure and where you're reminded that your path is sacred, even when it's messy. So you can find full details at www.soulheartintuitivecoaching.com. And you can always book a personal soul session with me if you want to go deeper one-on-one. I'm also on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube, and the magic continues there. So here's to a week of sacred pivots, anchored clarity, and deep inner resonance. So stay tuned in, stay luminous, stay you, and I will talk to you next week.